All right, guys, I know the hair is a little crazy. Don't worry about that. But I want to talk about reactivity, leash reactivity, dog-on-dog aggression really quick. This Shepherd here is a solo dog, aggressive. This Shepherd can be very aggressive to dogs. Rocky can be very aggressive to dogs. And this Beagle's a lover. But check this out. Movement, forward movement. I've said this a million times for aggression, and I would put our number of aggressive dogs we've trained against damn near any company in the country right now. We do a tremendous amount of aggressive dogs. Movement is always the answer. It's always part of the recovery, part of the process. When you get a dog to start moving with other dogs, you release that instinctual pack drive mindset. I promise this is a real thing. I promise you. You're gonna have dogs that are super aggressive. Ryan's making out with a Labrador right now. This is very odd. Anyway, I promise you're gonna have dogs that are very aggressive, but if you put them around a stable dog, even these two unstable dogs, even Rocky, when they're moving forward, it takes away a tremendous amount of that want to fight because they get in that pack mindset of walking together. It's not the answer, but it's part of the process. Movement, movement, and movement. Which is why when you hear us talk a lot about walking, there's nothing better for an aggressive dog than to walk. And a lot of times you got to get them out and walk. Now, these dogs are not on collar. Well, they're on retention collars, obviously. As you can see here, there's no bark collar, e-collar, no bark collar, e-collar, nothing. They're just being back tied on slip leads. That's it. Back tied on slip lead. If they pull against a slip lead, obviously it's not going to feel great, but they're not being corrected at all. They correct themselves. Or they can just simply walk. And walking is always part of the solution. Just like when Ryan gets stressed out and he tries to run away, we remind him that walking can be part of the solution. Sometimes you got to tell these guys to get on their own treadmill, lift their own weights, do their own rehab. That's it, man. Three aggressive dogs, one neutral dog. Walking is almost always part of the solution to rehabilitation for an aggressive dog. Now, you can't be risky, you can't be silly. If I turn these treadmills off and had them standing next to one another, the odds of them biting each other are very high. If I cut them loose in this room, the odds of them dog fighting very high. As long as I keep them at a modest pace, and it's a slow pace, it's like 2.5. He's at 3, he's at 2.5. It's just enough where they can't quite stop to be reactive, and they have to focus on walking, right? And they were rocking. Just keep them walking. Slow, they cannot. A little verbal correction right there because they're bringing dogs out, female dogs. See these dogs over here, right? So quite a few female dogs moving, and it creates the attention of all the male dogs. It's a distraction. You got to work through it. And again, you heard me just verbally check this dog. You've got to supervise this stuff. This would be completely inappropriate to back time and walk away. Very, very stupid and very, very dangerous. So with supervision, good things happen. So again, not only are they getting the benefit of walking next to one another, but just over here, we got multiple trainers and multiple other dogs working as well. So we are taking away the value and the stimulus of other dogs being out, and we are using forward momentum in walking to help to reduce the stimulus. Obviously making them tired, physical fitness, all that is a plus. But the real value of this is to get out, you can walk, you don't have to fight, you don't have to leash fight, you don't have to bark, you don't have to be crazy, just walk. And walking is oftentimes the answer. If they can do this for 2 weeks, then all of a sudden the owner comes and takes the leash and the dog is still walking, but they've already learned, I can be around dogs, I can be around dogs, I can be around people, and all I have to do is walk. You're creating a new behavior. You are 100% by definition behaviorally modifying the dog's conditioned response of aggression by supplementing that with movement. It's not complicated, very simple.